part of a little member area option. So some of these videos are going to be not public anymore. I'm making all these kind of part of it up, but they're going to be in your area.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to see as normal all the videos, but all the videos I'm putting out now, I'm making just you know, unlisted, so I can do a little bit more, expand some of my videos, talk a little bit more freely, and it's people who are invested in the system will, only those people will see them as part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a little paid option so people can go in and you watch the video content. So yeah, so we're getting her out, right, and you can.
Oh yeah, there was, I mean, like I said, I watched it yesterday, there was a big difference. I couldn't believe it. Even my daughter said,
Oh yeah.
Mom, from the day you struggled,
Mm-hmm.
he's got to go right in the top seat, you know?
Top seat, top seat.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I mean, just,
I mean, to us, it's like,
well, it's, you know, and I tell people, seeing is believing.
yeah.
Right, because I can talk all day long about my method, but when people see it, right, okay, then it's like, okay, you know, because I'm saying, well, just, you know, just talking's one thing, doing's another thing, right? So that's why I go into people's homes, right, and they'll go on about their dogs, about this, that, and the other thing, and I'm like, I just say, give me your dog. I take the dog, and I'm like, and they're like, Dale can't believe it.
Yeah.
Dog's never done that, or never been that
Right.
calm, and I said, I had a joke with him. I said, not that you can never do this,
Yeah.
right? My skill set, but I said, no. If I can do it, it means it's possible, right? It might take you more time,
Yeah.
right? But it's all about how you think, right? So dogs sense how you think. So letting go of the past, moving forward. Don't think about failure. I know it's hard, you know, for us to do that as humans, but dogs are nature.
Yeah.
So nature deals with things differently. Nature moves forward. You know, what causes us problems is when we hold on to the past, and that's weakness to the dog because the dog feels that.
Yeah.
You know, even I told you before, even if you have a defeat, I'd rather you be defeated with your leash straight up and
Right.
say engage in a power play situation, right? Because at least then she feels that it's different that way. You're
Right.
taking control,
Uh-huh.
right? You may be struggling in that, but halt there. Don't halt
Yeah.
with looping around and being all like
Right.
begging her to go in, because that's no good.
No.
You know, just like she's got to know, because her ability, her willingness comes through knowing it's an absolute demand.
Right.
It's not the type of demand that's meant to be mean to her, right?
Yeah.
But it gives her the confidence, right, and the motivation to do it as a pack animal.
Yeah.
You understand? Like she's an animal, so it's like you're going. And so, but this is still, like I said, we're still in training process, so this is still a more challenging a little bit at times because, you know, we're still dealing with the past. But
Right.
not the past the same way as before. She's going to just let it go, right?
Yeah.
So, but she's doing good, Joanne. Let me bring her
Yeah.
out.
And the weight thing, that's my fault, but, you know, I had a deal a year.
No, don't fit, no.
I had a deal with Christine for a year,
Mm-hmm.
and then I couldn't walk her.
Yeah.
And then when she walked, she pulled,
Yeah.
and then, you know, one thing led to another, and I didn't want to be on the ground, so.
No. That's all stuff that
Yeah.
happens, Joanne. So here, the same thing, because when I bring her out here like this, because you're going to take her in a second, and that's why she wants to move over to the side a little bit sometimes, right? Because that's the whole thing, see, she stand up, because the whole thing with this issue too, still a little bit, getting a lot better, the issue about control, about who's in control. So, you know, as, you know, she doesn't want to, she's still, like, her mind's still responding to this type of interaction. So, that's why dogs are standing up a little bit more, you just put them back into a sit. But as she settles more and more into, right, see the little adjustments there. It's on the floor, sometimes the floor is just a little bit slippery anyway, right, but not that much. Sometimes I can tell the difference between, because with Sadie, obviously, was just, she doesn't, and see her body posture, her body language says that it's still a little bit of like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's like a little child, or I don't like this quite yet. But when, you know, you get to a level where you say, well, I'm not changing, you gotta change for me. Right, that's the whole setup here, is that she's gotta change for me. And she will, right, because it's just about her knowing that you're committed, right? So say she comes up, wants to move away a little bit, right, back in. And just, that's what I'm focused on, just my moments, right? And so I move forward with her, being proactive, doing this tap, see that choke, tap, then you say sit, but say sit, just tap the leash. So here, same thing. If I move forward, say sit, sit. You just, yeah, just tap that leash, right? To help to affirm that, just that little bit of a leash nudge. But like I said, as things that she starts to get more agreeable, just as I slow down and stop, as I start to slow down and stop, she's going to automatically sit. You know, right now she needs a little bit, sometimes a little bit more of that, you know, a little tapping with that choke chain. But here, take over here, Joy. I'm going to do, let's do a little walking. Walk around here a little bit. Just give you a better sense of, yeah, keeping her, yeah, there you go. And then bring her into a sit.
Sit.
Tap a little bit with that leash. There you go.
Sit.
Good. Yeah. Just want her, again, a sense of her just floating beside you, you know. Doing good. Yeah. Feeling like she's pacing you.
Sit. Sit.
There you go.
Sit.
Very good. Yeah. Doing good. Yeah. Just take your time. It's whatever your pace is.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got to pace you.
Sit. Sit.
Good, Joanne. Yeah. This is just getting more of a sense of control today. Just really feeling this out. There you go. Doing good.
Sit. Sit.
There you go. Yeah. Now give her the command for down. Tell her to down.
Down.
Let the leash go a little bit as she goes down.
Down.
There you go. Stay one time. Yes, there you go. Good. And then that's the time you can relax. So the same thing, if you're encountering other people, you know, in the store or whatever, and, you know, sometimes it's better just to put her into a down position,
Right.
right? Have more control. And not that she do, but just to help her relax more, and then, you know, have the conversation.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't matter. Like her in the sit position can be better sometimes too, because then it forces her to work it out more.
Right.
If being a sit, she wants to go a little bit more, you can tap. But sometimes if you just want to really relax and just be comfortable in your environment and talk to someone, just put her right into that down. And then, you know, so from here, bring her back up into a sit.
Sit.
Yeah, put a little bit of pressure on the leash,
Sit.
so you got to sit right from that
Sit.
one. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, don't move to her yet. We're going to bring her. Yeah. Good. Let me get this. Bring her over here a little bit. There you go. Good. Yeah. And then move forward when you're ready. Stop again. Put her in a little bit.
Sit.
Yeah. Use the choke chain
Sit.
a little bit. Pull up a
Sit.
little bit. There you go. Yeah. Good one. Yeah. And then, yeah, when you're ready, move forward again.
Sit. Sit.
Pull up.
Sit. Sit.
Good. Bring your hand down just a little bit closer to the chain here. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Just for now, just for the training part of the thing, so you have a little bit more, yeah, you'll feel a little bit more control with that choke chain. You can grab it a little easier.
Sit.
There you go. Pull up.
Sit.
There you go. See, it's going to give you a little bit more control, yeah. Just right at that, yeah, right at that buckle back here. Yeah, very good. Yeah, move forward.
Yeah, she seems to be in more.
She seems to be what, in more?
The back end seems
Yeah.
to be in more.
Yeah, it's starting to come in. So
Yeah.
that's a sign too that things are improving. Put her in
Sit.
this, yeah.
Sit.
She's more agreeable to want to be in. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, just so don't edge back on her. If you feel like she's edging back too much, move that choke chain a little bit to bring her up just a couple inches. So it's always about who's in control, right?
Mhm.
So doing good. That's good there. Yeah, move her forward. And then-
Sit. Sit.
Yeah, just
Sit.
hold it. There you go. Good, Joanne. Yeah. And you stop whenever you want.
Sit.
There you
Sit.
go. Feel that.
Sit.
Just being trying to be a little bit.
Sit.
There you go.
Down. Down.
Stand up. There you go. Excellent. See that? So again, and after a while, just be able to say the word one time. Down. Sit. I know you're doing a little bit more than once. That's okay. Just, you know, it's gonna get better anyway. So she get more. So she kind of hovers a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That hovering a little bit, still the in process part of it, right? So yeah, bring her up when you want.
Sit.
Just apply pressure. Just steady pressure for the sit.
Sit.
Keep pulling that leash.
Sit.
Keep pulling.
Sit.
There you go. But sometimes she'll get down there, she'll kind of lock down a little bit in her mind, right? She's like saying, I don't want to come out. You know? And so she does it, just bring enough pressure to that, it's steady so she knows what you want. And then, but if you say sit and she's not, so just do it with the
Sit.
pressure, yeah.
Sit.
There you go. Yeah.
Sit.
Good. Yep, and then, yeah, forward again here when you want that.
Set, set.
I'm gonna push on her a little bit. Now we're gonna do it again a little bit. I'm gonna push on her a little bit at times just to help to affirm it. So yeah, just to avoid the type of hoveringness.
Set, set.
Yep. Hold it down.
Down, down.
Say it once. I'm gonna push on her a little bit. Because, you know, there's times that, you know, as part of the training, she needs a little bit of influence. I don't expect you to do it, but I'm gonna be beside you here a little bit. Now, tell her to sit again.
Sit,
And then I'm gonna make sure she goes into it. There you go. Yeah, and forward when you want again. You're doing great.
set, set.
Yeah. A couple more times.
Set, set.
Yeah.
Set,
This time go it down.
down,
Excellent. Yeah, very good.
so really sit should be one time.
One
Not
more,
twice.
well here because, you know, she's still hovering a little bit, so that's why I'm coming along beside her and pushing on her, because we want the response right away.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're not gonna beg her to do it, right? So I have to be pushing a little bit, to kind of make sure it kind of flows into her mind, right? It's almost like, you know, it helps to kind of line things up. So, yeah, so I'm just avoiding or eliminating that kind of, you know, hover time.
Right.
You know, the hover time represents she's still, you know, at a level a little bit challenged. She's saying,
Yeah.
I don't like Joanne putting demands on me like this, telling me what to do.
Yeah,
I'll do it, but it's like the parent saying, well, I'm gonna count to 12 and you're gonna come out of the toy aisle, right?
right,
So, but to line this up is, yeah, so when we're doing training like this, so I'm coming up beside you, like, she's doing it after you say sit, 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 you know, but here, I wanna do it so she say sit, I'm pushing.
right,
You know, I'm giving her a second, you know, because you do want her to move on her own as much as possible, but
right.
I'm filling in that gap, right? So, you say sit, and then I'm pushing pretty quickly to make sure she knows she's gotta do it. You can't delay. Tell her this to sit.
Set,
Yeah, and then right here, she comes up, see, I'm gonna push on her bum and get her right into the sit. So, good. Move forward, do this a couple more times, and we'll stop. You're doing great.
set, set.
See, she's going better there. Yeah. You know, we'll do on the next one, we'll do a sit and a down. So, anytime, whenever you want.
Set, set,
And do a down.
down, down.
Excellent. See that? Great. Super. So yeah, so how'd you feel about that?
Yeah,
Did you
that
kind
was
of-
better, yeah.
kind of better. So
Yeah.
this is just about us doing it together a little bit this way. Because we're going to be doing this at your home when she was back for those 2 weeks. We're going to be doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
And outside too, because we're going to do this outside here in a moment as well. Between, you know, as we go to the vehicle, okay, and then the same thing with the vehicle. You know, we're
Yeah.
going to be doing that with me right beside you to get her to go in the vehicle 2 or 3 times just to really line this up. So good. So yeah, let's.
Yeah, I understand that there should be sit, that's it.
Yeah,
Down, that's it.
that's it, yeah. And this is the,
There's no playing in between.
no hovering and delay, that's right. This is why, for me, you know, as I do this with you, I'll be starting to, you know, push on her a little bit. The same thing I'll be doing on my own too, but so I can really focus more on this next, the time she has left here with me for this phase to get that lined up even better. So, so here, let me move the camera so we can get a view of the outside here in a second. Let me move this over here. And get more, yeah, put it in sit right,
Sit.
put it in sit right there before you
Sit.
even move.
Sit, sit.
Good.
Sit, sit, sit.
Good. And the door's gonna go up. Tap on her right now. Tap the leash. There you go. Put her in sit again.
Sit,
So loud, any noises, right?
sit. Sadie, sit.
Yep. There you go. Doing good.
Yeah, the loud noises just scares her. And I know what it's from.
Tap here right now. It's her mind. It's, you know, it's like a loud noise is like, same thing. It's like authority, right?
Well, that guy that took her for a walk when she was 6 months old, and I said, just take her on the green part of the street, and she had a cape on and all, and the collar, well, it wasn't tight enough, and the cars went by real quick, and then a train went by. She totally freaked out. She got out of the collar, she got out of the halter, and she was running, and the poor guy said, I thought she was gonna get hit.
Wow.
And he said, I had a bunch of treats, and all I kept hollering was, Sadie treats, Sadie treats, Sadie. And she finally stopped running. But I think that's what's, because she wasn't afraid of anything before that.
Well, it's because everything kind of piles on to everything else, you understand? So her certainty or her confidence comes through the whole parenting example, right? Because the past, because then we'll start to think, oh, it was that incident that caused this whole mess. But what it is like emotion right from that point, you know, because then it's control, it's still a relationship issue, right? So it just piles on, baggage. You know, like I said, the key moving forward here is forget about that baggage. This is just a relationship issue with her stubbornness, and even now her stress.
Right.
Because that's why the sound, you're like, wow, she's like, looks scared and stressed. Because what it is she doesn't have the confidence, because, not quite yet, because her mind's like having a reaction, like pulling in. And so tap it, it's reversed.
Right.
Like, tap it, because that, you know, that redirects her attention or focus. Because that door goes up, tap.
Yeah.
Because what I'm saying, the message is saying, I own whatever it is that, you know, that's going on. Because the sound, it'd be like someone pounding their fist on the desk, right, and causing a, you know, reaction. It's like still kind of like represents kind of the path of authority, right?
Yeah.
It's like the noise. So her mind's ability to stabilize or respond to it comes through you faded in, right? That's the, it gives you the comfort. It's like, you know, a parent-child relationship, parent in the right parenting style find comfort, the child find comfort the right way through the authoritative parenting style. So for here though, we're still reversing some of the baggage stuff, so we get a tap, right? Just again, redirect her focus. So whenever you sense she's like this, just give her a little bit of a nudge, and don't